Bro, I think that $5 stereotype started or label has it's been stuck to us for years now. Parang noon pa hindi pa there was even I think 5 or 8 years ago, $5 na eh. Minsan nga $3 pa eh. And it's funny how
Matagal na yan, bro. Napako na tayo dyan eh.
may mga 250 may mga 250 na nga ngayon eh. But it was $5 back then. And back in the day, freelancers would somehow promote themselves in a way na parang we're cheap just to get clients. And that's I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. You know, we're cheap, but we're providing good value. And in local currency, yung $5 kasi na yun, once it compounds, it's big. That was already good money. And the Western entrepreneurs started bragging online, saying, and then you probably watched these videos online, says at TikTok, so Instagram Reels, you might have watched this. I hired a college graduate for $5 an hour. You would see those videos online. It sounded impressive and it spread fast. Diba? Maraming nakarinig, marami ka na rin makitang ganun online na parang I hired someone in the Philippines for this amount of money and that's the best decision that I've ever made. It sounds good. And you've got this kind of global belief na parang that Filipino VAs are supposed to be cheap, and it became the default expectation. And even when the work evolved around data, medyo CEO level, yun pa rin eh. $5 pa rin eh. But the reality today, and you know this because you have the mentors today, diba? You have the mentors. You train these people and you know them personally. You have specialists. Sila Sir Alex, diba? Sila Sir Claire, Jack even. So we have
Mm.
specialists, we have executive VAs, we have marketers, we have real estate assistants, and they're not $5 employees. Hindi sila yun eh. They're no longer $5 workers. But the internet hasn't caught up yet, and the stereotype kind of stuck to us to a point. And I'm sorry, brother, and it would probably offend somebody right now, and that kind of hurts. When I hear people being okay with that rate, and that's if you're starting out, if you're new, if you're just starting out, and you see an opportunity with that, that's okay. You build on that, but eventually you have to understand that you can actually build more on yourself by upskilling and doing a lot of different things. So the $5 VA isn't market rate. It's like it's a fossil. But
Well, and I'll say this with love. Okay, I'll say this with love. Uh, and we have to admit, I really think that we priced ourselves. I think the $5 per hour trend, we started that ourselves. Yeah. And then when virtual assistants kind of flooded the online space and everyone was desperate to kind of land the client, instead of kind of competing the skills and then sticking with like your worth and things like that, we competed with the price. You know, and unfortunately, we bragged that we're affordable or we're more affordable. And brother, what the market did, they believed us. Yeah, they believe, pambira, mamura pala nito. No. And the thing about that is, isa ko pang narinig ngayon, lalo na sa mundo ng, hanggang ngayon, narinig ko pa rin to, yung I'll do it for less, quote unquote. Diba? Uh,
yeah,
yun tuloy, ang mindset tuloy ng mga kliyente, Filipino VA labor, tends to be cheap. It tends to be cheaper. So when someone, let's say, offers like $5, doon sabihin natin doon ang starting point $5, di pababa na. Di may mag-o-offer ng 450. May mag-o-offer ng $4, may mag-o-offer ng 350, may mag-o-offer ng $3 hanggang sa pababa na ng pababa at nagiging ganun na yung trend niya. No? So ang realidad niyan, and I'm so sorry mga brosis, we trained the world to value us by the dollar, by our amount, not by our real worth, not by how we can perform, you know. And we and it's been like that for a long time. Isa pa, uh, yung pagiging sunod-sunuran. And I want to talk about that a little bit. Yung pagiging sunod-sunuran. We keep saying, thank you for the opportunity, instead of saying like, are you okay with sasabihin ng kliyente, are you okay with $3.50? Oh my gosh, oh yes, thank you for the opportunity. Oh, hindi na natin binibigyan yung chance natin yung sarili natin na humingi man lang ng or makipag-negotiate man lang kahit papaano. Like, here's what I'm worth. Here's what I think, the role costs. It's in it this amount, and it's still affordable because it's still not. It's still much less than how much you would pay an American virtual or an American worker. Instead na ganun eh, we accept it. We accept late payments. We accept mga revisions na kung ano-ano, di ba? We accept scope creeping. Dagdag na trabaho, wala namang dagdag sahod. Oh. Tapos, we accept weekend work. Oh. Para lang hindi tayo makalose ng mga kliyente. And yan ang tingin ko dyan. Yan ang tingin ko naging issue dyan. Pero ikaw ba bro, anong tingin mo doon sa, doon sa hindi man lang tayo nakikipag-negotiate sa
Eh,
mga kliyente?
I understand, kasi I'm not young when I started as a VA. I'm used to negotiations, especially pagdating sa sahod, because I've worked in the BPO for about 8 years, and I negotiate with my salary a lot. And when I started out as a VA, may takot, hindi kasalanan rin naman na, may takot naman kasi talaga pa nagsisimula ka na sayang tong kliyente na to, baka pwede na tong kliyente na to. And I had that kind of fear back then. But I was able to easily take that fear out when I realized that parang, oy, I can actually do this kind of work. I can actually be a partner for this guy. And right now, just to share a story, one client of mine said, um, "Lad, can you? Baka, this is how he said it. Can you do this for X amount of dollars? Idea lang. That's just an idea. Baka pwede kang magbenta nito para sa akin." It was good money. It was good money.
Mm.
And I said, that's no longer my work for you. My work for you is to be the operator on the background. If you want, we can do this X amount of money. And he said he'll think about it. Kung pumayag ako sa ganon, maapektuhan yung ibang trabaho ko. He knows. He knows that I work for other companies. And he doesn't want to just provide me work. He wanted to provide value rin sa akin. And I think it's because of how I presented myself na parang I don't do things na makakapekto sa ibang trabaho. If it comes to a point na makakapekto na to sa ibang trabaho, I'm gonna let you go. Parang ganun eh. And I think it's something that you'll have to really build on. And yes, potentially mawalan ka ng kliyente. And that's okay. Right? And that's okay. And there are the wrong clients for you if that's the case. Pero sana naman, wag naman isipin ng ibang tao na parang, baka kinukumpara nyo na yung sarili nyo sa mga taga-US talaga. Hindi naman. Because it, it would have been more. Diba? Alam naman natin na Filipino tayo, na iba naman
Alam
talaga
natin
yung
yung ano natin eh. Alam naman natin yung
Oo,
lugar natin.
hindi naman gano'n kakapal yung mukha natin eh. But we just wanted something fair. 'Di ba? And fair is what? And then sabi nga ni Chris Voss, it's I don't know the exact words. I remember the exact words. Fair is a hard word. That F word is hard kasi it should be fair for the client and it should be fair for the VA as well. Yun yung
Mm.
fair. 'Di ba? And so that means you have to come to an agreement. And that's very important. So it's just a lot of things. It's just a lot of things na hindi mo agad-agad makukuha. But if you know that as early as now, at least you can build on it. Diba? Alam mo kung saan ka papunta.
100%. I agree. And the point is, we made ourselves cheap, right? Now it's time to make ourselves valuable again. And
Exactly.
the $5 era, I think should be over, right? And I truly believe that we should pay more respect or we should, yeah, we should pay more respect to, or focus our attention to our skills, and selling our skills, and pricing it fairly, and pricing it the way it should be priced.